I rolled the JBL PartyBox 310 into place, powered it on, and within the first few minutes I understood why this speaker has built such a strong reputation. It feels substantial, not only because of its size and weight, but because every part of it gives the impression that it was built to deliver serious sound rather than simply look impressive. This video is based on my hands-on experience after spending time listening to different music styles, testing the controls, trying the microphone functions, and comparing battery operation with AC power. The first thing that caught my attention was the sound signature. The dual 6.5-inch woofers immediately produce deep bass that reaches surprisingly low for a portable speaker. I could actually feel the vibrations through the floor while playing electronic music and modern pop tracks. Bass remains full without becoming muddy, and the dual 2.5-inch tweeters add enough detail to keep vocals and instruments clear. Even at moderate volume, the room feels completely filled with sound. I rarely needed to push the volume beyond 50% indoors because the 240 watts RMS already provided more than enough output for a large living room. Switching between different genres showed another strength. Rock music had strong guitar presence, jazz sounded warm, and movie soundtracks gained a satisfying sense of scale. The frequency response extending down to around 45 Hz gives drums and bass guitars real weight. Instead of hearing only loud bass, I could actually distinguish individual bass notes, which makes listening far more enjoyable. One detail I noticed during longer listening sessions was the difference between battery operation and plugging the speaker directly into wall power. Running on the internal battery still sounds excellent, but once connected to AC power, the bass becomes tighter and more energetic. There is noticeably more headroom during demanding songs, especially when the volume climbs toward the upper range. If I were hosting a long party at home, I would definitely leave it connected to power because the extra punch is easy to hear. Battery performance was respectable during my testing. At comfortable listening levels with the lighting effects used only occasionally, I had no concern about finishing an afternoon and evening without searching for a charger. Heavy bass, maximum volume, and continuous lighting naturally reduce runtime much faster, so expectations should stay realistic. The charging process itself is fairly quick considering the battery capacity, although I became careful whenever connecting or disconnecting the power cable. After reading about long-term user experiences regarding the charging port, I made sure not to place unnecessary pressure on the connector during transport. Physically, this is not a small speaker. At over 17 kilograms, lifting it into a vehicle definitely requires some effort. Fortunately, JBL designed it with transportation in mind. The telescoping handle extends smoothly, and the built-in wheels allow me to roll it almost like luggage across sidewalks and indoor flooring. That design makes daily movement much easier than carrying it by hand. The wheels work very well on hard surfaces, although I noticed they become less comfortable when moving across grass or uneven ground. The construction inspires confidence. The plastic cabinet feels solid, and the steel front grille protects the drivers well. I especially appreciate the rubber feet that allow the cabinet to rest horizontally without scratching the enclosure. There is also a standard speaker pole mount underneath, giving flexibility for larger gatherings where raising the speaker improves sound coverage. The lighting system adds personality without becoming distracting. The illuminated woofer rings, flashing strobes, and synchronized lighting effects react smoothly to the music. Sometimes I preferred a simple lighting mode, while other times the full light show created exactly the atmosphere I wanted. The automatic backlit controls are surprisingly practical because every button and dial remains easy to find in darker environments. Another area where the PartyBox 310 impressed me was connectivity. Bluetooth 5.1 paired quickly and maintained a stable connection throughout my listening sessions. Streaming music from my phone was effortless. At the same time, JBL included far more physical connections than many portable speakers offer. The dual quarter-inch inputs make it possible to connect microphones or even a guitar directly. I spent some time testing the microphone controls, adjusting echo and vocal levels, and everything worked smoothly. It genuinely feels capable of serving as both a party speaker and a compact karaoke system without needing extra equipment. For music playback, the USB port is another practical addition because it supports common audio formats while also charging a mobile device. The auxiliary input and output also expand its flexibility. I tested the wired input and immediately noticed one advantage. Audio arrives without the Bluetooth delay that naturally exists during wireless transmission. Anyone planning live DJ mixing or real-time instrument performance will appreciate using the wired connection instead of Bluetooth because synchronization remains accurate. Of course, no product is perfect. When I pushed the speaker extremely close to maximum volume while operating only on battery power, I could hear slight compression in the highest frequencies. It never became unpleasant, but it reminded me that every portable speaker has practical limits. I also would have liked support for higher-resolution wireless codecs such as aptX or LDAC, along with modern Wi-Fi streaming features. Those omissions are not deal-breakers for my usage, but they are worth mentioning for buyers who prioritize advanced wireless audio formats. One feature I found especially appealing was the possibility of pairing two PartyBox 310 speakers together. Although a single unit already produces impressive volume and bass, imagining two working as a stereo pair makes it easy to understand why many owners describe the experience as dramatically larger. The wider soundstage and additional output would easily suit much larger outdoor gatherings. After spending real time using the JBL PartyBox 310, I came away impressed by how well it balances power, portability, and versatility. It delivers deep bass, clean vocals, excellent overall volume, practical mobility with its wheels and handle, reliable battery life, flexible microphone and instrument support, and an entertaining lighting system that complements the music rather than overpowering it. The weight demands some planning when transporting it, and I would treat the charging connector carefully over the long term, but neither issue overshadows the overall experience. For anyone looking for a portable speaker that can comfortably handle house parties, backyard events, karaoke nights, casual live performances, or simply provide room-filling music with authority, the JBL PartyBox 310 consistently delivers. After using it myself, I can confidently say it feels like a speaker designed for people who want genuine performance instead of flashy specifications alone, and every listening session left me wanting to play just one more song.